All right, we're going to continue on with the report we created earlier. As you recall, we used a formula field to put in the person's full name. Then we also grouped by job title and put the job title out here. What we're going to do next is we're going to add some lines into this report. So to do that, I'm going to go into the Design tab here, and I'm going to make a little bit of room in the Details section. Simply going to click here on this line and just give it a little bit more room. Drag this down a little bit. If you notice when I click in the preview, now there's more space underneath this name. There's more space between each name. So that space, everything in this detail section repeats each time. Okay, so I'm going to add a line. I want a line underneath the name, every name that's in the database. So I'm going to use my line tool, and I'm going to draw a line right here. And let's say that's good enough. You can use your arrow to move it up and down. Put it where you want it. I have it there. I'm going to take this and bring it back up. Bring this section back up a little bit. So now here in our preview, we have the name. It goes as far across the page as we drew it. Now I'm going to add one more line. I want a line that separates my groups. So for each job title, it's going to separate them. Once again, I'm going to go into my design, and we're going to put that line in the group footer so that that line will repeat at the end of each group. It doesn't go at the beginning, it only goes at the end. That's why we put it in the footer. So I'm going to use my line tool again, and I'm going to draw it right along here. Go out a little bit wider on this one. Once again, we use the arrow to move it up and down. Then we can also format these lines and make them look a little bit different. To do that, I'm going to take my mouse, right click on that line and select Format Line. I can change the color. I'm going to make this one blue. And I'm going to go to a 2.5 point line. You can change styles. I'm going to keep it on single, but there's dotted, dashed, no line, things like that. I'm going to click OK. Now you see we have this nice thick blue line. So I'm going to go to my Preview tab, and there it is. And it's repeated at the end of every group. We scroll down here, we see it's not repeated among the sales reps, but as soon as we're done with them, it puts that line.